Welcome to Steam and Soul, the podcast where heat meets heart. Stories from saunas around the world, from silent sweat to loud laughers. This is where people connect, relax, and open up. Take a breath and let's dive in. Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Steam and Soul. Last week I had the chance to join the Modern Classic Cup in Czech Republic in Infinite and I was able to convince one of the greatest of all time in the sauna scene to join this podcast. And so I had the honor and the pleasure to do an interview with Robert Židek from Slovakia. He is 3-time show Aufguss World Champion, twice in single, once in team, freestyle master champion, and a lot of national and more titles he is owning. And what I really appreciate on him, that he's one of the greatest, but also a really great person, nice personality. And it was so nice to talk to him, to get some insights about his journey, about his approach, and his ability to bring new messages and new things into the sauna cabin. And I hope you will enjoy it. So let's slide in the interview with Robert Židek from Slovakia. So welcome back to a new episode of Steam and Soul. And today I have this lovely person left to me. I should say he's a legend of Aufguss, and he's the 2-time single world champion in show Aufguss, 1-time in team, freestyle champion, and I think he has 10, 15 more titles, national ones. I don't know. He will tell us today. Welcome, Robert Židek.
Hello, everybody.
It's so good to hear you. How are you doing, Robert? How was your day so far?
Today was more home office day. I have to also, after the Modern Classic, make more office. So working in the manager in Infinite Sand, but it was really busy and nice day. Also had the time make some clean in the house and prepare some cook. So it was fun.
Nice. By the way, he's a really good cooker. So if you have the chance to get one of his foods, do it. Okay, but you're working. So what are you working exactly? Tell the people. So what's your profession right now? What are you doing?
I'm working as manager of Sauna Masters, organization of the events, and as how we can say that consultation on developments, building the new places for Infinite. So it's a lot of work as a sauna master and also as a coach for the sauna skillers. So it's so many, and it's a lovely job. If I can send more.
I have questions about it. So Infinite, I had the honor to be there at the Modern Classic Cup last week. Maybe you can tell the people what type of saunas do you have there and what type of Aufguss you are deserving to the guests. Is it show? Is it classic? Is it relaxed? So what is the offer? What you're doing there?
In Infinite Zen, we offer so many type of Aufgusses. We have many also the saunas. It's a normal, as a different type, and the 2 saunas where we also provide the Aufguss. With the types, type of the sauna, we also have honey sauna, herbal sauna. It's so many. It's better to come and see that. But with the small sauna is for the 60 until 80 guests. We also always provide that every guest need comfortable, and also our big sauna for the 140 people. And the type of course, is a classic base. Relax, when you can also nice time with the music and smells. Modern Classic type of was dynamic. It's a bit more about the freestyle and the tricks. Show Aufgusses, herbal Aufgusses, storytelling Aufgusses. Oh my God! It's also salt Aufguss, Batsu. So many types.
Yeah, amazing. Maybe one special Aufguss I saw in Infinite was the salt Aufguss. Would you tell the people what is in salt Aufguss? What are you doing there during the salt Aufguss?
Well, try to make it simple, but the salt Aufguss is it's a produce when we get inspiration from Latvia, our friends. And the type of the Aufguss means that the sauna master has in the 2 bowls, for bowls, because we needed to change that, have the classic salt, with the combiner with some herbs. And when you fill up the one bubble and give it to the other, you inside the sauna release the whole minerals from the salts, and the people inside the sauna breathe it. Sometimes it's really funny because a couple saunas also love it. They use the menthols crystals, so it's really cleaning your inside, especially the lungs. And many people really start coughing.
Mm.
It's really good, and people love it. Yeah, it's more the produce as a Aufguss. Also inside the regular Aufguss, we use it really nice essential oils and bring the heats, but it's more about inside the breathing the minerals from the salts.
Okay, cool. So that means you're making 3 rounds of salt, or what's the idea
No,
behind,
no,
or
it's
are
not
you
the three
combining?
rounds. It's a two type. How we can say the combination inside the
Mm.
salts. Yeah, in a one bubble you can have herbs, and inside other bubbles you can have the spicy. And yes, of course, the Aufguss is a normal type in a 3 rounds, but the steam you don't create in that much, yeah, because when you use the salt, you need inside the sauna dry place, yeah. So only just for the slowly use it puring the water. You don't have to use it each round the ice balls with the smells, because the salt with the combination with the herbs or spicy something creating also the smells and the dry place with the salt. Yeah, of course, stop on the end. It's really nice if you also can make it a little bit hot. Yeah,
Mm.
because what we really release from the outside is not only about the breathing but also stay on the skin. And when you start also to make sweating the people, the in the skin the pores open it and the minerals going in.
It's really interesting. It was the first time I saw it when Lukas did it. He did it with rosemary and lavender. And then the third round, he put 1 ice ball, but it was so nice and so calming down because you only hear the salt coming from one bowl and the other. So, and this is coming from Latvia. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So nice. So, but that means you can share it also with spiciness like cardamom or something like that. So you can add like whatever you want, or it must be dry, right? So you need salt and
The
dry.
salt must be dry and crushed. Also, we'll use it sometimes the mixer. Yeah, make it really
Mm.
this the atoms of the salts,
Yeah, yeah.
and you can mix it with everything what you want. Of course, have to be bio. This is really interesting and cannot be wet. Yeah, so have to be dry and with the smells, of course. But
Interesting.
different. Also with the spices, can be clove, cinnamon,
Mm.
everything what you have on your mind.
Nice. That's so cool. Yeah, what I can say, what really surprised me, especially also, yes, last week in Finland, the level of the sauna masters there. I think everyone knows the Czech are really good, also in competition, if you see that, but also in the day-to-day business. I'm not sure if everyone still competed who is working still there, but how can you guarantee or develop the people to this level? What's the secret or maybe the plan that you developed? So how bring you the people to this level?
Mm, it's not a secret. The Infinite Sand always guaranteed the quality when you're coming in. And that was in the main idea when I came also to the Infinite Sand, when we starting to building the teams. From begin, we always started really small, and our main goal is always the each sauna master share knowledge to each other and help each other. So it's really important. Yeah, and always sometimes when somebody starting and don't have that much skills to the other, try to help him. And it's also about the part of the team with the people is also really important. But this group, it's really hard to how you can say that, work with them, because they're when sometimes the people are on top of the level. Yeah, so they told that knowing everything, but it's always fun. I try always with this group, be honest. This is really important if you have this kind of type of the level of people, and try to be kind to each of the guests and being kind to each other. This is also really important. Yeah, don't try to be uh how we can say that it's not better than you, but
It's not a competition, maybe?
it's not a
Uh,
competition. Yeah, it's not a competition, but
Mhm.
our main goal is always provide the 100% each, of course, if it's relaxed, if it's salt, it's a herbal,
Mhm.
and the people love it. Yeah, not only our guests, but also the sauna masters, because I always try to push them to make a new things, try to new things, not make it the work. That's how we can say that. It's like a normal job day in some factory. Yeah, and it's a part of the service, and there is one of the hardest work for the whole the world, because you are every day with the people, with the communications, so the people have the problems, want to speak with you, and sometimes it's really hard. So I'm really glad that I have the chance to be with this kind of part of group, and also will be really nice
Mhm.
for the future.
But if you have a new sauna master, are you training them in all the areas, or how you're training them? Taking
Yeah,
them to
we have a special, we can say them conditions.
Mhm.
Oh, we don't have a problem if also coming the new sauna masters. If each my supervisors, they make it a lot of courses for them personally,
Mhm.
because it's a part of the infinite. Of course, for the future, we also support them with special guests, especially for example from the Arman was Martin in our place, and that course was really amazing. Also
Mhm.
from other companies, Infinite, came there and watched him work with them. This was perfect. But if I can shortly say that, before you go the first shift in an Infinite, you have to spend minimum 40 hours for practicing with waving techniques, with the oils, with the basic things, and of course with your guide have a, for how we can say that, try shift. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So then after that, when your guide said that yeah, he's ready, you can go.
Cool. Cool, that's so interesting. Yeah, it's amazing. So please continue with that, and thanks for having me, and that I'm also allowed to do some Aufgüsse there. And what really surprised me, it's much more hotter than the saunas in Germany. That was my feeling. I think we talked about it. Is that true, or is it only my feeling, or maybe I'm too soft,
Depend,
right?
you know,
Or
it's a depend of the type of the sauna, and so I don't know. Depend of the type of the sauna, as we can say. Also depend type of the stove. If you have the stove that can make the place more hotter, but it's when they make it every 30 minutes, of course, inside the sauna, the hot stay there. Yeah. So from the morning when you came from the beginning, maybe it's not that much dry, wet inside. So it's a regular dry sauna. Yeah. But if you think about that during the day, because in our both saunas, we make it each, of course, 30 minutes. So in the afternoon it's really hot in a boat saunas, and also the how we use it, the water from the beginning you always start with a much higher, probably we can say that 10 liters, and when the time coming to the end you going down down down. In the end it can sometimes happen that they use it in just 4 liters because the sauna is really hot.
Okay. Yeah, Andy gave me a challenge on the last Aufguss in the evening. I think she's one of the girls who make it really hot. And then she using the flag, and then I was done. I had to leave the
We
sauna.
love it, the hot shower,
Yeah, the heat shower is really trash. But also the guests are really used to it. I was feeling that the people really like classic and heat and heat and heat and heat. That was my feeling, and that was
Yeah,
not
people in the
expectable,
Czech
honestly.
really love it, the classic, because they're coming inside the sauna and they want to really feel it. Of course, it's a part sometimes of the show, but we try to more focus for the classic and bring the guest to hear the smells and show it how it's beautiful, the sauna. Back
Mhm.
to the roots. Oops.
Absolutely, absolutely. I really liked it. And also, if you have the chance, go to Infinity Cabins. Really nice atmosphere. And also the support, I can agree. So if I did my Aufguss, I think 5 minutes after, the cabin was empty and refilled with everything and ready for the next Aufguss. So really, we have a great team. Thanks for that I can agree.
It was
Amazing.
our pleasure.
Really. But now let's come to you. How did you start with all these things? Towel waving, show, and being championships. So how did you start? What was
Oh
the
my
first
God.
point?
Long story because it's happened probably
We
I
have time. We
honestly,
have
I
time.
don't know. Then these years ago, it can happen. It started in 2015-16. During this time, I had to start and think about what I will be doing in my life because it's coming end to my study in college. It
Mhm.
was the second part of the college in engineer study. So I have to on my mind what I have to do. And the first moment was probably I will be a policeman. That's how I think about it. I have to be or not, so we will see. But my college was on the main study of this. But during this also I had this mini job. It was in Afrodite Rajské Teplice in Slovakia. There's a thermal park and with the saunas. And during the study I was also the lifeguard. So it was just small the money. You know, the lifeguard is
Mhm.
really important. And so how we can say that the job had to be focused on the guest. But at that time, also starting in our place, the making the Aufgusses. Yeah, we had a small sauna for the 30 people probably, and the guys from the Poland came to us. It just show it. What is it? And we was just really surprised. Oh my god, what is going on there? Yeah, with the towels, how we can do that? And from the nature, I was the sportman. Also, I played the football, my youngest, and yeah, starting to think about that. Maybe it looks good. But from the beginning, I didn't. They didn't choose me. That was funny. Also, they chose my brother. And
Ah,
always between the brother is the challenge. So what have one have to need to have other. I was like, okay. So the couple months, I asked the director if I can also try it. He was really surprised and said, well, why not? Then I started to do it. From the first moment when I made it the first time, the Aufguss, I didn't remember the time, but still I remember the song. So yeah, for this year in my solos,
what was
but
the
the
song?
last song, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first song I ever made the Aufguss.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's the
would you
opera.
like to share the also the opera was the first
Yeah.
song you
So the Il Divo, the power of love. That was the first song I ever made the Aufguss. I use it also for this for the last round for my show. And so yeah, and then I start to really think about how I can provide it also because I get the message that exists some VM as some championships and it looks nice. Yeah. So I start to just only think about that, how I can grow up. And what I really loved it for the beginning of it was for the towel wavings. Yeah. So between the guys, so we really waving with everything what we have and teach ourselves the new tricks, new everything. Not that much focus for the classic, of course. When I grow a little bit, and after first championships, I started. It's not only about the waving the tricks, make it throws, but bring the heat also for the guest. But we was young, so
Yeah,
they can
absolutely.
they can
Nice.
apologize us a little bit. And also we don't know nothing about the oils. We can provide all the Aufguss. Just our also use it with the concentrated. That was only just a begin.
Mhm.
And our main goal inside the sauna was make the biggest host ever was. Also in the first one, sometimes people run from that. Yeah, it's so it's funny. And in 2017. It's happened that in Slovakia was the first time championships, and so the part of them, and also get a chance be first time on the world championships in a Stambek. So just came there and was so really surprised. I was perfect everything, how the community is growing, and get maybe think about that, get a chance also be part as this community, but the chance have it as a main time job for this. So
Mhm.
and then it started from the beginning. And after these championships, I also spent one more year and finished the college. And in 2018, with the contacts, with everything, I get a chance in Crystal Trimini, Kohamzi,
Yeah.
for the full time job. Yeah, so just some strange guys coming to the Germany. They have no clue the German language, so it's okay. But I had lucky because there was a lot of Slovakian guys, so really helped me with
Mhm.
everything. At that time, I was between the sauna masters, good waiver, so maybe also helped me with that. that I get this job, and then I spent there to 2 years and just only try to really, we can say that, growing with all the skills inside the sauna.
Mhm.
In 2020, I get a chance coming back to the Czech Republic because of course, I think about the life, and I had a I was in a relationship with my wife now, of course, with Eliška. So we also start to live together, and that was starting the
Wo
COVID time.
did you
Yeah.
start together waving? No, or did you start at the same time,
No,
or
no, 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 no. Eliška waving, I think years before I started. We
yeah,
met
okay.
together in a Prague and events, and uh, before we start to live together, we dating together 3-4 years, I think. So then we start, and between us
Okay.
was always 500 kilometers. So
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, it was tough, but he's working on it. And then starting with COVID, so I have to also wait to my chance, and I started working at Aquaplus as a normal sauna master. Then after the months, I get the full-time job as a sauna master, and after 2 months, I get the manager positions. So I was really happy, and really happy, and I for the chance in Aquaspala Pro because they helped me with everything, also working in the office. So and then after that 2 years, I get a offer from the director, owner from the Infinite Center. They wants to build it a new place. It looks really interesting, and I confirmed that. And from that time, I think it was 21. I'm still an Infinite, and I'm really happy for this chance to be part of the Infinite family. So
Nice.
my story.
So I would like to understand a bit more of your beginning. So maybe because now I think the people or the business is growing, a lot of sauna masters are starting. What would you, if you're looking back, would be the best tips for beginners right now? What would you like to share? Maybe because now back in the days you didn't have Instagram, you didn't have a lot of visibilities to look it up. Like I was talking with Massimo, and he said you went to championship, you picked 2 tricks, learn then next championship another tricks. How did it work for you? So how did you start to build up tricks or something? Because 2015, 16, it was not that level like we have now, or doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, completely different. And I always try to push my limits over the normal. Yeah, so every year the Aufguss give us really nice limits, and from the whole the world, the sauna master brings the news. Yeah, and I always really try to bring something new on. Yeah, and for the first time when I saw that the waving skills and everything, I just think about how I can make it harder, cleaner. So that was always my goal. Yeah. So what I can say to new sauna masters, the beginnings is always hard. Yeah, you will be really pissed off because you need the time, and of course the practice is really important. But first of all, you have to believe yourself. If you don't believe yourself and try to only repeat what they learn you something, it's never happened. Yeah, of course, it's really nice if they support you, your trainer, and even going to courses. This is really nice. But if you don't believe yourself, it's really hard to do. Yeah. So most think most things going from our inside. Yeah, that is really important. And sometimes before it's coming to the top, it can be really hard to journey. But after that, when you coming on the top, you just see that how many things you have to do that. Yeah, so because it's not only about that you make something nice story coming in and waving, but it's lots of things behind working with your stress, working with your inside feeling to provide the speaking for the many people inside, the eye contact, because for so many people it can be really hard to only just make that eye contact inside the sauna. So believe it and going out from your comfort zone. Then you really can grow.
Mm. How much did you train, or are you already trained a day or a week? How many hours or how many
I don't
times?
have number. Honestly, I don't have number
Yeah.
because sometimes I didn't train, sometimes I trained that
Mm.
much.
Mm.
But I had a really great team and also great wife that really helped me with the small things, with the acting, with the going out from the comfort zone, understand myself, how I can
Mhm.
provide that. So,
Mhm.
oh, it's that. Okay, if you want a number, I can give you probably
No,
10
no, no,
hours.
no. I know I'm only interesting because I like train like half an hour a day. That's what I'm trying to get into
It's
it. I
nice.
think it's not.
It's nice.
It's,
I train more inside myself, yeah, inside the brain, because I always need it before I do something, need the visuality, if it's possible. Then I go into practice.
so that means you're thinking what you can
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
combo if you want to do it, and get it in your mind to bring the routine in your mind, and then
Yeah, and
to
then I
get it
try.
into the muscle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, but is it I'm not sure if it's possible if you're at the beginning. I mean, you have a level now that you know a lot of things to combine it and to develop something new, but interesting. Okay. And how did you made it that you go over your limits? Because this is, I think, a habit. It makes you really unique. If I see you in a competition or something, sometimes you're wearing big stuff and you're feeling like you're dying afterwards, but in the cabin nobody will feel anything. Your face, your act, and what's your secret? Do you have a secret, or is it only change the chapter and say now it's time, go in, and then everything is gone? Or
I don't have a secret, and honestly, sometimes sometimes I didn't know that I have in myself. So that is maybe, or every people is a unique because we are totally different. But I try to be, happy. Yeah, this is important. Yeah, because
Mhm.
if you are not happy what you do, you cannot do that. Yeah, then you push it, and you make a lot of mistakes. Yeah. Also inside the sauna, I really feel free. Yeah, because I love it, the waving. I love it, the story making. I also bring the people really nice idea, and always I really like it if the people going outside from my Aufguss and they take something from them.
Mhm.
And I don't have a secret. Yeah, of course, sometimes the people drink the Red Bull. It's not healthy. Yeah, and it can happen. But if I can give an example,
Mhm. Sure.
it happened in the 23 when I won the single competition. And before the Aufguss, I go in. I think that also the Alex Hoffman can spoke about that because he was there. I stand in front of him, and 1 minute before the Aufguss, I get the panic attack. So I didn't want to go in. It was Alfred Nobel, and I didn't remember that. Yeah, I, out from the Aufguss, I had blackout. I just no, I didn't remember nothing. Just I
Wow.
going outside, and then I said, "What the hell is going on?" And I also spoke to Alex that I really had the panic. I didn't want to go in, and then just telling Alex, "Send me. You have to go there." And then it started, and it's happened that it was one of the best Aufgusses ever made it. It was without even one single mistake. Yeah. Every single part was perfect. And when I spoke with the people, everybody told me it looks really happy. So this can be also happening.
Interesting. I saw the video of your Aufguss, I think 10 or 20 times it was in Poland, right? The
No.
Aufguss.
It was in
Or
Satama.
2023 was really?
Yeah. It was in 2023. Was in Satama. It was the of course the Alfred Nobel, the legacy. In the 21 was Poland.
That was sorry. Sorry, then I was mixing it. Then I did
No,
not know this Aufguss. Sorry, then I did not know. Okay, wow, interesting. But you have a video from it that you could watch it afterwards, or did you
no,
get
we
one?
don't have a
No.
video because we cannot share it. The video inside
Oh,
the sauna.
okay. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, it's difficult. Okay, but now I'm curious. Maybe then let's talk about your second World Championship title, Aufguss. So, what was the show about? Because I think I never saw it, honestly.
It
This
was in
one,
2023, and the of course name was the Legacy.
the
So it was
legacy.
also the legacy of each of us. We have it,
Yeah.
and I use it one of the perfect story from the out of the history of the humanity, and it was the story how was it creating the Nobel Prize. So it was the story about the Alfred Nobel, and Alfred Nobel was one of the famous scientists working with the nitroglycerin, and he started to stable that because with that time they use it also from the building that tunnels and everything, but was really unstable. So he created with the dynamite, but the dynamite was the product, and he becoming one of the famous people from the world of business, yeah, because everybody wants to buy it, and he was so happy with that because he thought he starting the helping the people and save their lives, yeah. So between the building the tunnels for more safety, also with the crashing the old buildings, also more safety. But sometimes the humanity also use it the good thing for the bad thing, so was much more easier also make it the attacks using inside the wars. It's a set of the part of the story, one of the saddest, but it can happen. And the funny story was that he read to own necrologue, yeah. So one in one newspapers one time just sat on the cafeteria and watched on the news, and then he saw that he died. Yeah, but it was not true. It was mistakes. Yeah, but in the newspaper was a title that the Alfred Nobel, the mentor of the dead. Yeah, so that was the main point. How would we remembered him? The whole history, all the humanity, that he built something that can help with destroying the lives. On that point, he changed it on his mind. He cannot stop it because it's his own product, but he tried to do it his best. And after his death, on his sorry,
No worries.
on his last will,
Mm,
he created some because he for his life was all about the scientist. So he created the Charity of Nobel Prize that every year for somebody he creating something amazing or will be do something for the humanity. For now it's more, but I only remember from the beginning
mm,
it was the physics, chemistry, literature, and the peace for the whole the world
mm,
get the Nobel Prize. So and we now know all humanity know him only about this. So
mm.
that's the point, and also I get the chance to the whole the guest think about it. Which kind of legacy is yours?
Wow. Nice. And that was in Satama 2023. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm, nice. Why would you say that was your perfect Aufguss, as you said before? Why this one? Or only this performance, or what do you mean?
but for
So, welcome back to the interview with Robert. We had to interrupt yesterday a bit, but to remind you where Robert was telling us the story about his Aufguss, where he won the VM 2023. And he said that it was his perfect Aufguss. And the question was, why, Robert, was it your perfect Aufguss? Why would you say that? What was special? What makes it so unique for yourself and maybe also for the people?
I honestly I don't know why, but it was, and it was unique for me also because it was also in 23 was first time for me when I had two Aufgusses in a final. So I have to not only focus on a single but also focus on a team. So I was really surprised that I find in myself to make that as good. Yes, I know that so many summer masters made it many times. Also to single and also the team of course inside the final, but the people are with a great experience. So for me, it was the first time, and I was
Mm,
happy for the experience, of course. But I really don't know what was inside that I find the brave, and I don't know. That I told to you, I didn't remember nothing from that, of course. Yeah,
yeah.
I just heard what the people said to me, and they was happy. Maybe that was the reason why it was a perfect octopus.
Nice, nice. And with who did you compete in team 2023?
Yeah, with Lucas
Ah,
Soluska. It's our colleague from Finnitzen. It
ah.
was really lovely, of course.
Okay. Would you like to share? What did you do together?
Yes, of
What type of?
course. We made it together. The calling the Christmas miracle, and it's the story from the First World War during the Christmas when the both sides make agreement that will be not Christmas peace, will be not, but the soldiers going out from the uh, going out from their shelters,
Mm.
and both sides enjoyed Christmas together and share the peace. So that was our main goal, and it was really lovely. I love it. Of course, it's beautiful, perfect, everything.
Nice. What is so, what I would say when you're doing Aufguss, you make it really deep. So every story you shared so far, I would say it's really a high complexity of the story. It's going deep. So how did you start with a show? If you want to develop a show, maybe you can take an example. I don't know if you want to use your Aufguss this year, what you did with the opera. Maybe you can guide the people a bit. What is your thoughts? What's the way you develop the Aufguss? Because I talked with different people. Some starts with the music, some starts with the idea of the show. So what's your way how to build up a show, of course?
Always with the show, of course, I want to bring something, the new one, what never was, that as I told. But for me, the show, August, is not only about the theater, but we can bring some kind of message inside to the sauna and share for all the guests. And this is how I also creating every my single show of Goose or the team, that I want to bring some kind of message. So first of all, if we get an idea, yeah, we can work it like that, think about that, how we can do it for the 15 minutes or 14, it was in the past. But always trying to find something deep inside, how we can share the message. Yeah, it can be easy things. Yeah, we cannot always, how we can say that, share the peace. Yeah, that means the legacy, what will be here after when we will be gone, and also the last year, not this year, with the opera, I had the small things that can stop the darkness inside our heart, and it means only just small help to somebody make a better place on the world. So always try to find some kind of idea.
But how you then developed such a show? Maybe let's take the example from the opera from this year. So the idea was to make the world to a better place, to bring some light to the people. But how did you then build up the scenes or the acting and everything? Are you working backwards or how does it work? Because it's so complex and so nice and really deep because it has so many facets, what you're doing, waving, music, you're acting, to playing with the people, like when you did this down, the small move, it's this small pieces. How you come to that at the end?
Sometimes it's also in the improvisation, because with the towel, if we can think about that, here when you had it in front of my face and the change the face was a little bit accident, and it happened during the first qualification in a Czech, and I inside the sun I get the idea, why not to try? So also the accident. So this one,
Okay.
especially this move wasn't a trick, and people like it. So I will continue with that. And how I developed it, of course, I always get 1 or 2 months if I get the idea. Think about it, how I can evolve it, of course, and bring on the top. Then we started also find really nice music, and this year I really wanted to creating something new one. Yeah, so I found it some. Get the type so from people that I can creating during with the AI my own music. So I try it. Why not? And I really loved it because it was one of my best preparation of the music I ever had. Because I really creating with the AI subtitles and speaking, singing, the backgrounds. It was really funny. So for me, it was the new experience that I want to share for all guests. And so with the costumes, I also always think about that. What kind of costumes I didn't have? So then I started
Mm.
creating. Yeah, you can have a shirts, trousers, you tunics, poncho, everything. But I just try to look past and think about what I didn't have, and then I started building the costumes. Also, the type of the waving, it's kind of level when you can going from slowly start, high start, and to change the position. For my idea, it's always surprise the people. Yeah,
Mhm.
because and also depend also type of the Aufguss, how you can create the atmosphere, what you needed, and how you want to share the idea and the scenes. So it's a process. You have to think about that, and you have to believe to yourself. You have to believe to your idea. And this is really, really important.
So if you have everything of that, are you trying to stand in Infinite and ask your colleagues for feedback and to develop it? Because as you said, then in the Sana
Yeah,
Fest,
yeah,
you have
yeah.
this
In
accident
the
with the towel and
In the Czech Republic, we're working as a teams, and sometimes we really share our stories and try to communicate together. Uh, you know, we know it that for so many people can be harder because they can make a copy. Yeah, it can happen.
Mhm.
Of course, we are the people, but in a Czech we try to push each other. Yeah, and we, as we told always, it can happen sometimes. Let's go fight until the final, and in a final we can fight together.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that
so
so that means, but also you have your competitors at the end, or at this moment, so you're competing, and that's but in a positive way. So you're pushing to each other. But at this moment, if you're also in the playoffs or in the VM, you're at this point you're competitors, and that means
yeah,
you focus on yourself and don't cheating on the others. But it's as I had the feeling on the VM. The VM is always a lot of pressure, a lot of competition feeling, and also sometimes in between the teams. I'm not sure if how it's with the Czech team, but I know in some teams it's still also in the nationalities there's some competition going on.
Uh, uh, it is between us always because it's a competition, so we'll be a little bit small. Yeah, I want to win, but I always try to teach the whole for my colleagues work together. Yeah, because
Mhm.
if we work together, we can be stronger. But I think this is also the special uh, about the of course VM that. That we try for the whole countries work together. Yeah, we try to also help each other, help the new sauna masters, Aufguss VM, share our knowledge. So it's really nice, and it's also special. Why is the Aufguss VM is?
Mhm. But how you're dealing then? Because you're getting first place in the team this year and second place, and I think it was 1.7 points behind Secret, if
I
I'm
didn't
correct.
remember. Maybe
No,
two. I think.
but it was really close. Let's say it like that. How was the feeling, honestly? Because second place as a great job and congrats for everything what you did so far. But how is the feeling? Because you're working like 1 year about it. Are you still then disappointing, or you said, "Oh, that was not my"?
Uh,
How
with
you're
this
dealing
kind
with
of
that?
place, you cannot be disappointed. There is not exist. I was really happy for this year on a VM. I didn't expect it, honestly. For this year, I have really a good team for the team, of course. It was with Barbora and Gabor. Really nice to make it with the Gabor. We always spoke together that one day we have to do that. And I really enjoy it. Yeah. And from
Mm.
beginning, when we started, we just has a couple ideas. We don't know that we don't have that much time to get. We cannot make. We cannot spend that much time together because the Gabor is Hungary. Barbara also working. Eliza, but we can say that it's set together. Yeah, it was
Mm.
perfect. When we made it in a Czech qualification, we also cannot believe it how people like it. Yeah, so we just try to push each other there, working hard together. In sometimes somebody make a mistakes, we fight to all together. So it is like that, and I'm not disappointed. Yeah, to be honest, no. For the single, I didn't expect it much because sometimes the stories is really hard. So I was really nice surprise. Yeah,
But why you didn't expect it? Because you said you have to believe on yourself. Didn't you not believe on yourself in the singer?
yeah, but you have to believe yourself. Of course, you have to believe because if you don't believe yourself, you cannot be there. And why I didn't expect, because the concurrence here is so big. So
Mm.
it can happen everything, yeah. Every single Aufguss what is in a final in Aufguss VM is something more, yeah. The people are proud of this Aufguss, and I really understand that. I'm also proud for that mine, yeah. So it can happen to everything. Yeah, I saw that really nice Aufguss from Ingrid, also from the Fari from Germany. So it can happen to everything. Also of the winner and new world champion of this year, but in a single secret is perfect. Of course, they bring something new stuff there. So
Mm.
every single person on a VM make it 100%, and it can be, it can happen everything. So you know, it's a satisfied sadness now for this year, because for me it was really pressure. Won it first time. It's the first trio ever. So more than enough. And with the single, I was also happy. I tried my best, and it's worked.
I think it was absolutely your best. It was an amazing Aufguss. So I had the chance to see it twice, and also the development from the qualification or from the first round of the VM to the finals. When you make the small mistake, when the ice was coming from the bucket, I think that was the pre-round, or and
I
then
think so.
you really delivered. So you could be proud for sure. What I really like is your presence in the cabin. So we were in Verona. The cabin is really huge, and you step in and you fill the room. I'm not sure if you give this feedback often, but is it maybe something you really focus on it to have this present, or is it something you have natural in you to enter it and then you are the showman, you are Robert Zidek in the cabin?
Um, depend. Yeah, of course it depend. If I cannot say that if I'm nature of that, because I just work for the of course, and this kind of shows make it only 10 years, so it's still not that much, yeah, for somebody that working as an actor for the whole life from childhood. Maybe it's something where I can find my personality,
Mm,
and I really had the good colleagues that helped me with that. Yeah, so this is the reason. Yeah, because always when we try together, we get a feedback. Yeah, speak louder. Yeah,
mhm,
articulation is really important, and also the eye contact. And from that, you sometimes I really watch on the movies, and I try to teach from the actors how they react from the different situations. So it can be really useful, because each actor is really natural front of the camera, yeah. And
mhm,
for us, it's a little bit the same, because front of us is 300 people, and each one can be one eye to eyes to eyes
mhm.
camera. So I try to focus and be a natural and enjoy it. This is also really important. It's a stress, it's a nervous, but it can be before that, of course. When you're going in, focus, believe yourself, and go for it.
I think when you're saying that, it sounds easy, but I think it's not easy. Also, did you need also some experience of years to come to that, as you said, with training and observing
Yes,
others,
of
how
course.
they're doing?
It's a practice, and you can find it also this kind of we can say that better feeling also in a normal Aufguss, yeah, because every time when you go inside, it's somebody that watching you, yeah, and you
Mhm,
work on a service. It's really important to speak with the guest, yeah, and every single Aufguss what you do can be experience how can help you to prove better acting inside the sauna, yeah. So don't think about it that the normal Aufguss is something that we have to do, but if you do it every your single Aufguss as will be your last Aufguss, that you will be really can prove your skills.
mhm. Yeah, that's true. Because also the introduction is like a small, not maybe acting, but to build up a connection
Can
to the
be.
people. Mhm,
Can
mhm,
be,
mhm,
and it depends which type of Aufguss you do. Because if you do it a relaxed Aufguss, you have to speak louder, but with a calm and slowly introduction. When you had the dynamic, find a small story there and try it. Yeah, try it a little bit annoying to the guest. Maybe it will be fun also, because sometimes if you try to want to do small jokes inside the sauna, People can understand, but also not. But if you not try,
Mhm.
you didn't know. You cannot
Mhm.
know it.
That's true. What was, when we are talking about, what was your weirdest situation in the sauna when you did an Aufguss and maybe some reactions of the guests or something? Did you have some funny
Oh,
stories in your pockets? For
okay.
sure.
Okay, I will be honest. When the festival falling down,
Yeah?
yeah, it's happened sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe it's the reason why how I walk. Yeah, but happened that really during the Aufguss festival falling down. Yeah, and that moment I throw the towel and I didn't know what I have to choose. Yeah, if I catch the towel or if I catch my festival.
What did you choose, the towel or the Pestomel?
Of course, I choose the festivals. Come on.
I was guessing the towel, honestly.
Yeah, that's also in my mind because there's only a few seconds that I catch the towel and I just give it right to my body. So, but
But come on, you
it's
have two
better to
hands,
fold
you
the towel.
towel and the Pestomel. Yeah. Okay, interesting. No, it's interesting to talk about with you about that because would you say, maybe one question more about this, are you a different person outside the sauna and inside the sauna? Is it like two different personalities of Robert, or is it, would you say it's this one is a role and this other one is me, Robert, as a person, or how would you describe that?
It's really hard to describe because we have different positions for the work. As a manager, I cannot be crazy like inside the sauna, but I try always. Try always enjoy it. If we speak only about the Aufguss, for me it's really fun. Have a preparation and think about it. How is it? If I'm different person, mm, it's really hard to say. I like to say no, but I think I'm sometimes different person because inside the sauna, when I really have a good day, and so also sometimes when I have a bad day and I go inside the sauna, make me happy, and I try to all the shits throwing it out, yeah, and
Mm.
just stand in front of the guest and enjoying the moment when I can make it of course, yeah. Also when I sometimes feel sick and stressful from all the stuff and things, and then I go inside the sauna and try make it the best and make it a better day. So it's really hard to say, but if I can say that, yes, I am different person outside and inside the sauna.
Okay, cool. Are you feeling more free in the sauna? It's like that it's your comfort zone, so you're getting in and then it's
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
now
Yes.
it's
I
my.
feel really free.
Hmm. But I think that's important because that everyone can feel. Maybe this is part of your secret of your presence because you have fun, you're smiling, or you're serious. Depends on your role, also. But you're playing in a
Depend,
positive way. Eh?
depend. Of course, it's different if we make it the sound uh, normal, of course, and in a competition, of course, yeah. Because in a competition, of course, there are a lot of how we can say the rules. We don't have to be
Sure.
strict, but sometimes during the regular, of course, it's gonna happen that the rules going out a little bit, but no, that. But
Maybe you can remember
pushing with
at
the safety. Yeah?
Grand Aufgussmaster this year when you did the Aufguss in the small banya in the Alpenstock.
Oh my God!
And,
Yeah.
and you entered the cabin, so now I can share something. And then you started speaking German. That was the first surprise. I said, what is this guy doing now? Because I never know that your German is so good. Because you said you lived 2 years in Germany. And then you played with the people. It was, I would say I would prefer this Aufgusses with you compared to the show if I have to choose, because this is something really unique. It was so personal. And I think it was 20 people, maybe a bit less. I don't know. And you did an amazing thing. Also in the small thing, you show what's possible, also with the towel and everything. And sometimes also it needs not much, but it's still Robert. It don't need the big show all the time. That was my feeling. As for the first time that I saw you, I think in a normal Aufguss, to be honest. Before I only saw you in doing show and something like that. Also, the Modern Classic Cup was the first time not that you are acting all the time, and it still shows your personality. So that I can share and I can give back to you because this is also, I think, you're a really great guy, not only really great Aufguss master. Maybe this combination is your secret. So this would I give to you. But this was really special. So if you have the chance to see Robert, I would prefer going to normal Aufguss and see him because he's still crazy and really good. But it's really personal and it's a nice experience. It's a really nice experience.
Will be my pleasure.
It is. So I would love to talk about your team Aufguss that you won with Barbora and Gabor. So I would love if you can share the story to the people because I saw it twice and I can say it's amazing. It was really different also to the others. I can say that's my personal opinion. And the techniques, the combination, what you have with Gabor, with Barbora was really strong. So if you continue like that, I think that would be hard for the others.
Yeah.
That was really, really insane. Also, Gabor, I really liked him, seeing his waving style, also the connection, what you have with him. So, but now it's you. Please share. How did you start with that? Because you said you wanted to do this with Gabor many, many years. So what was the story? What did you do? Tell the people.
Okay. So it's a really nice story. In the 2022 or 24, sorry for that. In the 24, for me, Gabor is a really special person, to be honest. It's one of my best friends for the whole world, and we met together for the many times on the Aufguss VM, also for the qualification, also for the freestyles, and I don't know what was there, but between us is really, how we can say, a weird connection for the good wave, of course. And we just think about that one day we have to do that. Yeah, we have to go together to the team. We also had the type that we want to make it with the Francesco Sava from Italy, because maybe it was maybe it's only just, how you can say that, surprise us that I think 2 or 3 years during the Masters, every single qualification was me, Gabor, and Francesco together. Yeah. But it was,
Okay.
yeah, because in a 23, I think, I don't know, I'm not sure 100%, but I think 23 or 24 during the freestyle qualification in a Cojo. That was planned on Italy, but this was cancelled, and then we came to the Cojo and stand there from the Gabor, Francesco, Robert. Then what happened again during the next year qualification? Do it again, Gabor, Francesco, Robert together. So we spent a couple times together, also in a final, and just start only think about it. Why cannot try do it together one time, the team, of course. Why? So just, of course, from the beginning, we're smiling this, but really start to still think about it. And after the year in 24, we really think about it. Okay, let's go for the 25. Yeah. So I started thinking about, of course, many people ask why you do that. So, well, why not? And then in the 24, also we had the answer from Francesco. He cannot participate with us because he wants to stay with Letizia and Elias. So we understand 100%, yeah, because it's a national team from Italy. And so we start to think about with the Gabor, what we can do. But, we like to do the trio, yeah? So... and then just Gabor asked me, why we not compete with Barbora? So yeah, I know her. Why not? Okay, maybe I have to ask, but yeah, why not? Okay, so and then it happened in the 24. So we make a group chat, we think about that, what we can do. And then starting to be really serious. So we had the first meeting and we spoke together. Each of us have, I think, months, think about it, what we can do. And then just Barbora asked us why we cannot do the My Fair Lady, the movie from United Kingdom. I never saw that movie. I was thinking, okay, seriously? So then we get together all missions. Let's go to watch the movie. And we gave also together 3 weeks. I didn't see that. Barbara also not. But Gabor, I think, saw that couple hours. No, I think couple minutes we can say it. But I always love it. If I take an idea from somewhere, it's a movie. I try to transforming to our own idea. Yeah. So I know it's a nice if you can take your idea, but the transforming to your own wave. So we call it our Fair Lady. It's a little weird, but it was really start interesting. Yeah. So normal process. We try to find the music. We try to think about how we can do. I love it, Britain. Yeah, it's perfect for the culture, for the history, how we walked, and when I just make some for research from how the movie is working, what is the main point. So I just thought, nice, can be really nice. So we just split it the things who will be what to do. In my own wave was I will be doing the lights and the music. And then Barbara and Gabor start to think about the costumes, the stuff, and the storyline. Then we again meet together, and we start to think about what will be our idea. Yeah, why it's the people are so helpful. Yeah, why we teach to Barbara, and what is the Barbara point? Yeah. And we find that main point will be our you cannot control their lives. Yeah, the people always have to choose. If you want to help somebody, make it from the clean reasons. Yeah, they like it, and we start to build it. Yeah, and we try to find some music. So what we can do, we don't know. And it's a story from the high society, so we can use it also in kind of piano, violins, Mozart, and everything. Honestly, for now, I didn't remember with the name for the all songs. Only I know is that the first round was La Turca, and when I think about that, I want to always do that something with that and also use it directly. Use it, and we start to think about how we the personality in the first round. We had the idea that will be different. How was in a final? That will be two sides, yeah, one good, one bad, and between us will be the Barbara, yeah. So Gabor will be a little bit asshole, harder teacher, and I will be the good one, the teach her to the good wave, yeah. And she didn't know about that we bet about her life. So in the end, of course, everybody know it. She realized that because somebody was disappointed because he lose in the first round. I tried to teach her with a good wave and Gabor on a bad wave. Yeah, so we had to be harder, strict, and I was have to be calm, stay. Still something missing inside. Yeah, so bring because so many people also saw that Aufguss told to us missing spicy. I was, come on.
Okay.
Missing spicy. Yeah, make a small love story. So no, I don't want to do love story. I said okay. Now I start to think about it. From the good wave, the first ever moment was that have to be me. They said I fall in love to Barbara. I said no, I don't want to do that. But it was, it's. In that moment, we spoke together with the Gabor. Okay, let's go switch it. So I will be more strict in Gabor with some guys that fall in love to Barbara. Only a little bit, yeah. Because Barbara told, we make a really funny triangle, yeah, for the final, for the VM. There is the Robert, yeah, and he wants to win the bet up to Gabor, yeah. Then Gabor also had a opinion, and he wants to bend up to me. And there we find a lady that we can think about that and bring her to the high society. And we will see what happened. The point of the bet was that I'm so that good teacher, then I can thank somebody and make him the champion. Yeah, we can say that like this way.
Mm-hmm.
But during that, of course, what happened? Yeah, the Barbara fall in love to me, and I didn't want. But the problem was also the Gabor falling in love to Barbara. Yeah, so it's creating a really nice triangle, and that was our point of the work. Yeah. And that when that moment is coming, that she realized it, this only was the part, the experiment. she started to blame us, and we start to hate each other. I was angry to Barbora because she fucked it up with presentation of the Queen. Yeah, Gabor was angry of me because he falls to love to Barbora, and Barbora was angry for the Gabor because she told Gabor caring about her. Yeah, but it means be a good for the good wife. Yeah, so it was really mess of emotions. And sometimes I was really also surprised for our actings. But like I said, on the end, these teams, I had many teams. I always enjoyed every single point. I cannot say that I enjoyed the most, but it was one of the best experience I ever had, because it was in a pressure with distance between us, so that we enjoyed. I never thought of that we enjoyed that much. Yeah, and always when we made together, especially on the Verona when we made the first time, Wednesday. I was just, oh my god, that was so fucking crazy. And also about some main point, what we had that we had slept to Gabor. I always, when I have to do that, I was so nervous because I didn't want to hurt him. Yeah, it's just a part of the acting, yeah. And so, which I really teach, you cannot be scary about the primal contact, yeah. So we hit, the kids and everything. So, yeah, it was one of the best experience I ever had, and I was so happy that the people enjoy it. Yeah, after the first round, I think everybody was happy that you can saw that, and we can say that the cherry on the top of the cake was that we won together. Yeah, so I hope so. We'll do that again together, because now Gabor have a problem with the shoulder, so we have to replace him from Barbora Henrik, but he's also perfect, and it was really nice. Do it again in an infinite. So we will see. But yes, it was funny triangle.
Nice. So how often did you met, or did you train online, or how did you make this, especially the waving? I think the storytelling, as you can change, and everyone can maybe act by their own, I don't know, but especially the waving, because this was nice. Synchronization, amazing. Or did you align only, every do it on the beat and then everyone is following? Did you write a choreography, or how did this work?
For everyone, always train. Yeah, don't make it explain for us. We train. Yeah, but we didn't have that much time. So for the first time when we making in a qualification in Czech, but I can say that between us was really nice chemistry, because I always work with the Barbora. Yeah, so we train together, so we know each other how we waving. With the Gabor, also we know it. So that was also really nice chemistry. But if I can be honest, we didn't train that much. During for the qualification for Sauna Fest, we have many times the call, think about that. But I think it was 2 days before. No, it was not. Gabor came to us, and he spent 1 week before the Czech qualification for the Sauna Fest, and we prepared the Aufguss. Yeah, so it was 1 week before, and really push it. This was for the qualification. No. In the Czech, we don't have the qualification for the team. So Gabor came 1 week before the final of Sauna Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, and we spent 1 week together. We also had a time when we hope to finish in the light with the music. So it was 1 week. And we trained together, I think, 2 nights. And 1 day before we have to do. So we just wake a little bit early. We go on at 4 o'clock in the morning to the train, and we just train everything. I was so surprised that it worked. Yeah. So after the final of the Sauna Fest, when we saw that we are winners, we wants to start a preparation for the final of PM. We had the 2 trainings in Verona. So during this, we didn't see each other. For the first training, we think about it, how we can change it and make a better choreo. Then we came for the second training. On the second training, it was mess. It was honestly really mess that we made it in front of the guests, a couple guests, Paulo and some sauna masters there, and we were so each other to pissed off. We looked on that moment that it's just will be scream to each other, and sometimes really happen. And then just told the Gabor, man, you have to come before we leave 1 or 2 days. We have to start think about the training because we know the choreo. But so then we train before we leave. We made it one last time from of the guests in Infinite, and then we try to repeat it also in Verona. So be honest, the choreo we train. If I can say that, really to one big bubble during the whole 3 months in our heads and visualization, we trained many hours. But together, I can be honest, 30 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. But did you set up a choreography and write it down, or how does it work that everyone have the same to can train it by their own? So do you define it, or did you define some bullet points or some highlights like we want to throw there, or we're doing parachute and we are switching to this? So how did you
Uh,
build up this, especially
feel the
for a
music.
team?
No. You have to feel the music and just choose correct sides. It's always rule that who don't know that much good waver, it's leader of the waving. Yeah, so it's really important that good waivers uh, have to be confirmed with somebody that have done that much experience. This is really important, and try to push him and help him. Yeah, but if you make a team, of course, and somebody will be doing the crazy things, and the other guy or lady will be doing it, and it's just a pizza. Classic women is not a team. Yeah, so we
Mhm.
try to find all three of us, and I think we split it. I make it the first round, Barbara make it the second round, Gabor make it third
Mm.
round, and the last round we make it together.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we just bring our ideas how we can do that,
Mhm.
and try and just explaining the others which kind of sites you have to choose it, which kind of tempo is always is somebody who is the first choose the tempo, because of course you're watching on the guest, but visually from the sides you see that how it's going. Yeah, so it's
Mhm.
always the leader, and somebody have to save him if they drop the towel, and which right to get the plan where it was is really important, because of course one drop towel it's cannot looks it's catastrophic. Yeah, so, but you can save it, but you have be ready for the every single situation inside.
Mhm. True. Okay, cool. And if you're thinking about the techniques you want to use, maybe you said you did the first round. So how do you think then to transfer emotions with the towel? Is this in your mind, or is it more to make it some visual nice, or are you really actively thinking, okay, we have first round, it's more funny, we come together, then we have to pick a
Depend
girl
on the
that you
depend on the emotion and type of the story. Yeah, because every single round can be different. Can be different. Of our first round is more a little bit funniest. Second
Mhm.
round starting to seriously. Third round is gentleman. So depend. And if you want to choose the type of the throwing, it's a good sometimes if you split it during the whole Aufguss. Don't make it the same for the whole time. Yeah, this is really important. And the best of all and whole the emotions, and of course the atmosphere have to growing, yeah, slowly. So bring something to the people on the first round, but don't try to make it all what you know during the first
Mhm.
round, because then
Mhm.
you don't, you cannot do that. Make it the same for
Mhm.
the whole time.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense that you have an increase of everything, like with the heat, that you increase also the waving or the difficultness. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, amazing. Thanks so much for sharing this. And I know you don't have so much time left, but I would love to talk about you about a special topic. And I think one is about this one. Sauna skillers. So this is honestly the towel from Robert where he won the freestyle champion this year. So thanks again for that. That's really a
You're welcome.
pleasure and an honor. I'm trying my throws with that one, honestly, and it's going better. I get a feeling. I know I can remember you said 2 months ago, Matthias, you're not ready to throw with this towel. I hope I get soon to that level. But yeah, sauna skiller. So this is your own towel that you were developing. Is it correct? Maybe you can share the people what is behind sauna skillers, who is behind sauna skillers, and what is maybe the vision, the idea. What are you doing?
Uh, as a Sauna Killers is special group. One of the best people I ever met. It was my pleasure met during my whole sauna career. And it's always think about that in our whole life we want to make something nice in our own. And with this idea, because we also try to share our knowledge. We do many type of the courses, and we want to also bring some nice towel. Yeah, because we know that exists many towels for the across the whole the world. It's a different type, different material, different weight, uh, different size. We can say that. So we also want to share it to the other people. And that is the reason why we created. It's a group of me, David Zatočil, Lukas Luska, Eliška Blaškova, and Kačka Šmídová. It's a group from the Czech Republic. I exactly didn't remember why we call it the sauna skillers, but we want to make something funny. Yeah. We use it the sauna because we know that everybody uses it, of course. So we want to be different. So use the sauna. The skillers means also the killers.
It's a combination of skill and killer, or it's the connection of
We
skills.
also we are also a special group that we enjoyed our work, and sometimes
I thought you're the Czech mafia. That's what I thought that you are.
No. And so we had the meeting together when we spoke. Why not? We created something, our own new wave, and that we created. So we are really young. We just exist 1 year, yeah. And then we start to think about that also our own towel, because I have one special, a small sauna skill towel with a smaller size. It's 150 to 90, but we will also need a bigger one for the regular size to 100. So we start to evolve with this towel, and we find the correct materials, and it's worked. Yeah, the people use it. We are really happy. Never push it to nobody. Yeah. For if I can give you one, or I can send to idea how you choose it, your towel have to be comfort with you, and that is really important. So, and behind the sauna killers, as I told, we are really young. It's enough. Honestly, we
Maybe
exist 1 year, yeah. So we're not that long story. We had a couple meetings. I really love work with this group and share our knowledge to people what they want to know, and hope so will be continue and will be bigger and bigger as a group.
Some question to the towel, and then I have some more questions about the training and something. So what was the idea for the towel? Was it to have something special, that it have nice fluffiness, or like throwing technique? So because I know, from Aufguss World, like Robert did the towel, you want to make a light one to prevent the shoulders and the body for the people. So what was maybe your intention? How did you develop? Because I know from the other Robert, it took years to really come to the final results, to developing it. How was it for you? How was the process and maybe the idea to start to make a new one? What was maybe missing for you from the other towels that you have the intention to do something new?
I think it was the weight, because what I know from the Aufguss routes, it's a little bit not that heavy. And also, I know also the towels from the Rob Kaiser, the towel. It's a little bit much more weight, yeah. So our idea was, let's find something between. Yeah, because sometimes people can say that this one is too heavy for me, this one is too light for me. So that was our main goal, make something between. Yeah, we like it always if we can split it, not only the wave but also the material. So because with the towels, it's sometimes really hard. If the towel is too sharp, so means that it's washed
Mhm.
or it's not
Mhm.
washed. Yeah, because during the Aufguss, there is a lot of steam inside and the wet, and also the towel absorbed it. Yeah, so
Mhm.
start to be heavier, heavier. So it's also different type of material. Yeah, we use it the cotton 100%, and we have the catching plates make it not that big. Yeah, because sometimes the weight when is the catching is really big, the catching place will be a little bit strange and weird, but it's only about the feeling, how you feel it. Yeah. So
Mhm.
it make it smaller. For example, I think the Afghus roots have a really, really small place
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
cooking, the clothes. So again, let's go make something medium. Yeah. it's
Okay.
like
Mhm.
it's like a steak. Yeah. You have the well done, the rare. So we have the medium rare.
Okay, but it's really developed by your own, right? It's not like, oh,
Yeah.
we're choosing somehow what we find. So you really develop from the cotton, you said, everything.
You have to find the materials,
Yeah.
and we have to find the materials.
Mhm.
But when you buy the towel, you of course have to repeat it a little bit. Yeah, and
Mhm.
that is our
Mhm.
own idea.
Cool. So, and then are you selling them and when, where? Maybe the community is
We're
curious or
still working
interesting?
on our page for,
Uh,
and if you want to buy, just write to us or Sauna Skillers is Instagram or Facebook, or to message me or David or Lucas Eliška Kačka.
When do you think when would your page would be ready? Is there some ETA, some
That
final
is a
date?
really good question, and it will be nice if we know the answer.
Okay, okay. That's still take a secret for today. Okay,
We
fine.
we all people what is inside the sauna skills, we have all full-time job. Yes, so it's something
Hmm.
do it in our free time. So sometimes it's hard to find a way. So we are really happy for the all people that support us and wants to buy the towel. Also, we'll be continuing that, and we're also really happy if we can finally send it to you to our web shop. It will be much makes it easier to wait.
Can imagine. Can imagine. But cool. Then we stay tuned to the final store when it's coming. And then the other part maybe of Sana Skillers, you said you're teaching and you want to transfer the skills and training people. So as I know, you were, I'm not sure, advocate for the UK. I'm not sure if it's connected to Sauna Skillers, but I know you trained, I think you prepared UK that they're coming to the show 2 years ago or something. So maybe first of all, is it connected with Sauna Skillers? And yes, what is, no,
What is
is it?
behind in the UK? Of course, we end every year. Uh, so many countries wants to join every year to the of course VM.
Mm,
And this kind of countries is a new one that wants to share the idea of course VM. And it was a really nice idea from the Lasse Eriksen that if we can share it with kind of mentors to this country. Yeah, for example, it was Lucas who's going to the Japan, and he was like with the mentor. Also, which I know that for Canada, it's Felix. For Iceland, it was Michal Nedemeyer, and me and
mm,
Eliška will get a chance be mentors of the UK.
mm.
So it was really, we was really happy and proud to get this kind of chance, and I think it was really lovely. The UK is a beautiful country, so we are kind of mentors, yeah, and we tried always to help, yeah. We're working with Deborah Carr, which is the part of the Opus UK associations of also the company Amanda, and we try to help her make it the best sauna masters in the UK. So on this kind of way, we're working together. We also make the course there every year. The course is mean the preparation for Aufguss VM, also the special consultation, try to help with everything with the staff, also the sharing the knowledge, how we have the experience of the Aufguss VM. As a Czech team, always when we come to the training to Verona, we also we also invite the UK team. They can make the training there and share it all the knowledge. So
So that means a training for every part of the show, not only waving, so also acting, how to prepare, set up storytelling. So
yeah,
from the
oh,
zero,
yes,
from 0 to 100%, so
yeah.
everything to
We
get the
try
show
our
on
best, but
stage.
being after season is really hard, and you have to also push yourself if you want to go on the top.
Absolutely. So you started, I think it's the second year that UK were participating, correct? Or was it the first year this year?
Uh, I think it was second year,
Second,
second
right?
year, second year, second year. Yeah.
So that means when you
No, no,
came to the
it
UK,
was third
or
year, I think, because the first time was UK
first
in
year?
Sakama in 2023, and then was in Buslo, and then this year in Verona. But
Okay.
in of course UK, it's a perfect sauna master. There are a lot of talented people. I think for the couple of years that will be one of the best sauna master for the whole world.
Okay. What was the biggest challenge maybe at the beginning when you came to the UK and saw the people? Or what was maybe the biggest gap, what they maybe did not know, and what was hard to build up because a show is
They
really complex?
prepared the Aufguss master for the big cabin because in the UK we still don't have the big cabin. There's more small cabins. Yeah, one, I think this year was in Arc in a London place,
Mhm.
one of the biggest sauna for the UK, probably for the 60 people. And
60.
for us was yeah, and for us we had
Okay.
to prepare there the people for the sauna in a 300 people. So that was the challenge.
Okay. Okay. So that means so like waving techniques, everything they still had. So UK still have concept
We try to
like it.
share the knowledge with the old people there, and we try to also teach the people how can enjoy it. Yeah, and if you make it really nice, mm, if you make it really nice, it can be something you bring the new one to your lives. Yeah, and also try to explain them how it's really nice always present your country with, of course, the flag on the
Mhm.
World Championships. You can meet with the perfect people there. So we try to not only share the knowledge, but also the personal experience what we have with OEM.
Okay. That's interesting. Really cool. Are you still continuing to do the mentorship for UK, or was it only to bring them into the show, or is it continuing?
Oh, we
Continue. Okay.
continue. Of
Okay.
course, we
Okay.
continue. We working with the Deborah on a different type of the courses. Eliška was now as a consultation in a course in a horse, and we also take over for the next course in January, I think. Yeah.
Nice. And what's the next country you will get mentor for?
Yeah?
What is
Oh,
the
I don't
next
know.
country?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
Uh,
heard Australia maybe is coming. New Zealand is thinking. Sweden, Finland. So there are a lot of. I think
it,
next year.
it's not depend on me. For me, will be always really pleasure if I can share my knowledge to everybody. Yeah, but it's not depend on me.
The question is, do you still have time? So I think to go to Australia, why not? Huh? To make some nice holidays there.
We will see.
Okay, okay, good. And then coming back to sauna skillers. So what is then the concept or the idea to train with sauna skillers? Because I see a lot that you also have a collaboration with Aufguss Fusion. I think I saw today on Insta something that you and Eliška are going to Italy to train them.
Yeah,
Like, is it only with
we
collaborations, or is it only sauna skillers by its own that give trainings in Czech,
no
or how
no.
does it work?
We also try to find some kind of partners how we can make a collaborations and share not only about the knowledge but the towels. Yeah, for the Massimo, we have really happy that we can collaboration with the Aufguss Fusion for we first time start with the make a concept with the towels. Yeah, that we share each other the knowledge and share it also the towels. So it was really nice collaboration, and we also started with the courses.
Mhm. Is the towel you have with Aufguss Fusion a different one, or is it
Yep.
you the sauna? It's a different one.
It's a different one.
Ah,
Of course, you can have a little bit the catch place, not that heavy. So
ah.
the towels can be really different on this kind of waves. So we try to always find a good, better option. So if you want to try, also try the towel from the Aufguss Fusion because it's Really
Is
interesting.
is the cotton the same, or is like only the grip different and the rest is
Yeah,
the
the
same?
grip, only the grip.
Only the grip. Okay, I
I'm not
thought
sure
it
if
was
it's
the
the
same.
same.
That's why I never tried it. I thought really it was the same, and then you put the logo from the Aufguss Fusion on it. Interesting. I will do.
Yeah,
I will try when I see Massimo next time. Interesting.
also.
Cool. And the courses you're giving, are there different levels? Is it like you have a beginner, then you have an advanced,
For
or what
now,
type of courses you're giving?
we still don't have the levels, yeah, because we only chose, for us, we have the more courses, make it, how we can say that, uh, what what the spouse and also the managers ask us what they want. Yeah, we try to always
Okay.
make not that how we can say that to share the experience, but also with the spoke with the managers. Yeah, so
Mhm.
when somebody said that we want the waving courses, we prepare the waving courses. We're coming there, probably most of will make it the waving course with the David, and we share it. Yeah, there's somebody is only just a beginner. There's somebody is with higher levels, so they want to teach, and we just teach the practicing of the waving. Yeah, the Lishka and Kachka also had a really nice course for the acting. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's an acting part. Yeah, how we can act, how we can prove your acting inside the sauna, and also with the consultation with the DMX, especially with the Lucas. Yeah, so we try also as a group have
Yeah.
the best of the best, share each other, and preparation for everybody. We don't have the levels for now.
No, no, I mean, okay, that's interesting. So, as the people have to request, so if you're a hotel or
Mhm.
something and you are curious about, then you can say, hey, I would like to have this and this. Can you
Yeah.
set up a course? And then you will do it and we'll find the best people
Mhm.
that can. That sounds really cool. And if some guests will say, but Robert, I want to have your show, of course, in my term or my, is it also possible? So are you bookable as an actor, or how is this working? Because I know from, I think last year's Secret and the Team Girl, when they won the World Champ, they get invited a lot of times. And I hear that also they get like some money, because I know a lot of people don't want to pay. But for me, you're like an actor in a sauna theater. So actors get paid for their shows or something. How is it working with you, or with people like you? Is it still that you get invited, or is it like more
Depend.
like a
Really depend. It's not rules about it. Yeah, we can say that. It's
Mhm.
depend on the situation. Yeah, because sometimes for us is when we go there, we also make it a work. Yeah, so it's really important. So it's really nice if they can pay us. Yeah, this is really always important, and it's it's only this wave. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
depends of the what kind of course do you want. Of course, I can do everything what you want. Yeah, make it our own show of courses from VM. But to be honest, depend of the conversations and how long we still be there. If they come with a good group or if I come alone. So depend on the scene.
And maybe one thing what is curious about me, what are the most requests about? Is it I want to get training by show, or are they asking for classic, or what is like the trend what you're seeing by request from people that asking you to come for trainer? What would you say?
Most probably is waving.
But is it then show waving, or is it really also like classic to build up a nice ritual to, or is it really more the entertaining part? What is more in focus?
Again, it's depend on the situation because sometimes the people is coming there with without the knowledge of the
Mhm.
classics, and I always told it on the courses, please guys, first of all, you have to teach really nice classic, Super 8 and pizza. If you know these three things, then you can finally start the throwing the towels. Yeah. So after that, then we go something hard. But we know the people, we try always do it our best. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes people also make it a video, but teaching from the video is really hard to think about
Mhm.
it. On the courses, the your trainer can explain how it's working.
Mhm. What is for you classic waving techniques? What is the definition of a classic waving technique for you? Because I get so many different opinions. I think that was still a discussion after the Modern Freestyle Cup, or when you were discussing with the jury about what is for them modern classic techniques, what is classic. So what is it for you?
Modern classic is type of the classic waving. It can be parachute, side parachute, beats, but modern classic waving techniques, it's more for the field of music. This is very important. And also it's about how you make it step between the classic waving techniques and movement in the sauna. Yeah, this is very important.
But what does it mean exactly? So classic is parachute, flag, helicopter, something like that. And then
Yeah.
modern classic, you are adding like transitions. As what is the eight or the pizza for you? Is it a classic or is it modern classic for you? Because the jury was
Uh,
telling me something, they are thinking about if you make heat or not. And some people are telling me, depends if you catch it with two hands or with one hand. If you have it with two hands, it's modern classic. One hand is freestyle or show. So I'm only curious about your opinion because there is no right or wrong. I think there's no final
Oh,
definition.
I think everybody have a different opinions because the modern classic is also the new competition
Mhm.
that only just will be evolve. For me, always the modern classic is not only about the classic waving, but how we present the classic waving. Yeah. So if you are inside the music, that is always really important. How we open at the towel and how we make it transitions between the classic waving. It's how we can say that a little bit harder. It's better classic waving techniques.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. And what is a show technique, a classic one? So then when you get crazy with combos or what is then a
Oh,
show technique or freestyle?
wow, that's what I will always love it is show technique with the catching on the two hands. Yeah, of course,
Mhm.
existed many kind of tricks under the legs and behind yourself, and more than crazy. Yeah, but we always prove our levels, how we can finish it, also starting and making transition cleaner. Yeah, so how it's not tricky. Yeah, and starting when you crashing, but always stayed clean and flying slowly and the begin and the end is a beauty.
Okay. I have three questions more. I hope you have this time, and then you can spend your time with your wife. Because I was Googling you and was asking ChatGPT, hey, can you give me
Oh
something
my god.
about Robert Zidek? What do you find out? And then I was saying something, he's one of the best and cleanest waver in the world. And
Thank you.
it's a ChatGPT, so thanks to ChatGPT, this case. But how did you come to that? Because this is something I think you and Francesco Sava, what my feeling as a still beginner, I would say, are really one of the cleanest waivers. What is the, not the secret, but what is the trick behind? You said yesterday you're training a lot in your mind. So how you're doing it? Are you filming yourself and then seeing how you can doing better? Or how did you come to this clean waving? What do you have now?
Oh, maybe it's evolved during my wave, yeah, because from begin I was also how we can say that the younger, faster, maybe.
Mhm.
But
Wild and young.
who knows? But with the cleaning wavings, I always think about that for the beauty of the waving. Yeah, that is for me is really important. And that is the reason why I love it. Always catch the tower really clean. Yeah, because
Mhm.
of course existed so many things and situation you cannot catch it cleaner with the longest straw, but it's also the presentation of yourself. Yeah, and I love it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So for me, it's really important how smooth I can catch the towel. Yeah, it's not only about when the towel is really fast, but also when it's slow. Yeah,
Mhm.
then and then I love it. Yeah, because so many sauna master had a really big problem, and I always think about when I make some kind of throw and teach to other people before you throw, you have to know what you want to do. So it's one step forward,
Mhm.
one step from forward in your mind and what you do in your life, real. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
how you can say that mind work. Yeah. So
Mhm.
honestly, I went classic, and I'm preparation to myself to throw behind myself. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's really also with the clean and smooth catching important. You have to know where is the towel. Yeah, can be a lottery on a kind of situation, but it's really nice. Yeah. And
Okay.
of course, you have to control the towel, not the towel can control you. Yeah, because at that moment, the towel starting work with you, play with you. Yeah, if
Mhm.
you throw it and you didn't know where you know to catch it, you can catch it everywhere, and the smooth is done.
Mhm.
So this
Mhm.
is the point.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for sharing this insight. And then the second one. Did you know when we met the first time? Can you remember? What did you remember?
No,
No? Okay,
no.
because then I
Grand
can
Aufguss
now.
Masters.
uh, Correct. But now I can share a funny story. I'm not sure if you still know that. We at Grand Aufguss Master, I think it was 2 years ago in Eibenstock, and we were in
Huh?
this houses and we were drinking together. And you has the self-made liquor with you. I can remember. And this was a really tough one. And at that one point, you came to me and said, Matthias, we are doing an Aufguss tomorrow together. And I said, what the fuck? Then I went to Robert Heineffer and said, Robert, this Robert came to me and said, we are doing an Aufguss today. I never had a towel in my head. What should I do now? We have to do it. Try what you can. And I think you forgot it then. But my question is, when we are doing our Aufguss together, our first one.
I know. I remember that, and you didn't be.
That's not true. I was there. I was there. No, no, no.
Why did you tell something? Come on.
No,
Oh
this was
my god.
it was a really nice evening. But this is our meeting point. So this is always connected with you, and for me, it's really
I
it's
just
a nice
realized that.
connection.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and you didn't tell nothing. Maybe if you just said it, hey, we spoke together. Why not? Let's go.
I was so shy, man. You killed me. It
Come
was
on. Okay,
I,
when the next time you will be in the Infinite, you definitely will do it after together.
Okay, I take this. That would be a pleasure for me, man. No, but I was like, honestly, maybe half a year guy would say, "Hey, Robert," but no, I was. But yeah, thanks for the question. It was so nice to spend this evenings at Grand Aufguss Master.
It was my
So
pleasure also.
and now the final question. So Robert, you have your own sauna. So think about maybe Infinite. You have a really nice screen, and you can put the message on the screen that every sauna master, every person will read. What message would you like to spread to the world?
Why don't know? Okay, I try to think about it, some kind of message. Yeah. Joined to the Aufguss PM and making the Aufguss was one of the best decisions I ever had. And I am really thankful for that. Yeah. So if you think about that, if you want to be Aufguss master, go for it. And believe yourself. Stay there because can really help you to see for the whole world and have a really nice time with the perfect people.
Thanks so much. And if you want, you can use the stage. If you want to share something, want to say something for the audience, the stage is yours. If you want.
Mm, yeah. No.
Short and crisp. I like. So, Robert, it was me really a pleasure, first of all, to be in Infinite last weekend. So thanks for the chance to do some Aufgusses there. Thanks for this really integrating in the team. That was really a pleasure, and we'll come back for sure next year to Sauna Fest, maybe earlier, but we'll see. Maybe we see us in Herbal Cup. Are you coming to the World Championship to Herbal Aqua
Yes, I
Palace?
will be there. Yeah, my wife
Maybe.
is in
She's
the family,
competing.
so
She is.
yeah, she's
Oh,
competing, so I will be trying to help her.
now you change the position. Now you're not the guy who gets supported, so you have to support. Nice. Maybe we see us there. Take care. Please stay as you are.
You too.
Continue what you are doing. It's great. And as I said,
Thank
you're a
you.
great person, and this is really makes you special. And the rest is how did you say, the cherry on the cake? So thanks so much to be in my podcast, and it was a pleasure.
It was my pleasure, and thank you so much. I have spent also here really nice times, and it's really always fun to think about it, how was it, everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, my friend, and then have a nice evening and
You
say hi
too.
to Lishka and see you soon.
Sure.
You've been listening to Steam and Soul, where the heat lingers and the stories stay with you. Until next time, stay steamy, stay soulful.